Off we go from Las Vegas. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a couple. Garoppolo. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A.J. Dillon, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7. Buccaneers nothing.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down.
An entire crew of Raiders, an entourage there to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They are going for it. Goff going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Buccaneers.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Buccaneers nothing.
First down, Cottrell. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Garoppolo on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And down he'll go at the 25. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Henry. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Goff. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Michael Gallup, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He finds Howard complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. The 20. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Raiders 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Complete from the contact. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Garoppolo looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 35.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Parkey adds the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now this will be caught by Mooney. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 56 yards.
1st down.
From the red zone now, Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Raiders 24, Buccaneers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
At the 17-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 17, Garoppolo looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Gerald McCoy with the tackle. Remember, he's a former Buccaneer.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Darrell Taylor in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will tie us at 24 all. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a carry for Dillon. Larry. Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Again, it's Dillon. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
47-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
It's a pickup of
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
48-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll run now with Dillon. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Bucs 3-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. And this is caught by Watkins for a Las Vegas touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. That catch good for only a couple. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Garoppolo to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
3rd and 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Garoppolo again. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in overtime for Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I'd kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down. Now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been...